Now, going over to the political part podcast, you have a DC mayor ignoring a family who lost 3 kids to the city's violence. Now, this is someone who already sounds like a supervillain. I don't want to say you get what you vote for, but yeah, this is her name is Bowser. Really? And kind of looks like the character too from Super Mario Brothers. Kidding, I know it's Mario Brothers. Now, this was also brought to us thanks to EndWokeness on X Twitter. And EndWokeness says, quote, DC Mayor Mariel Bowser is asked if she would like to talk to John Edwards, a resident who lost 3 kids to violence in the city. Her response, no. I was going to say, she gets an F- for her fashion, too. I don't know what you call that. A sweater that's, like, cream-colored? I mean, at least do, like, a dual-colored. Do something. She has a pin on her lapel. Of course, it's not the American flag. But, nevertheless, let's hear... I usually say their voice is infinitely better than mine. In this case, perhaps not so much, but I'll let you be the judge of that.
I don't talk about my discussions with families.
But and respectfully, I'm not asking you to divulge in any conversations, but do you plan to meet them at all?
No.
Can I ask why?
I've answered your question. Any other questions?
John Evans tells us he is disappointed in that answer. Now, he has heard from someone with the Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement. Evans's 14-year-old son, Avion, was killed on April 4th, nearly 8 years after his older son was stabbed at the Deanwood Metro Station in 2016. The Evans family went through another loss last May when another son was shot on M Street.
I don't talk about my discussions with families.
Yeah. Not great news, and even bad politicking. I mean, I don't know what she would say, though. Now, that did get 1.4 million views and 11,000 likes. And, yeah, these cities are... I can't fathom people who want to live in the cities. I know some people love living downtown, and they say it's so cool because of the convenience and the bars and the nightclubs and the... all the shindigs or other people talk about. But, personally, I mean, if I won the lottery, I'd have my own ranch and my own farm. To me, that's the dream, but that's just me. Now, some of the top comments comes from Paul Zupa, who, again, staying busy. It's usually the top comment. Also a followed person, so that's why they're there. Paul says, quote, when asked why she says, quote, I've answered your question, what a horrible human. Shame on Bowser. She's heartless. She's turned DC into a war zone. She doesn't care. Bowser needs to be legally removed from office immediately. And she doesn't care about anyone anymore, unquote. That got 1.2 thousand likes. I can't but think... I always say you gotta look for the silver lining situation, and of course, I mean, this is obviously a heartbreaking, tragic event, but part of me always wants to try and do something that makes, the Chandler Bing methodology of coping, use comedy. How priceless would it be if someone were primary Bowser, the person's name would have to be Mario. Like an Italian guy should go to DC, run for mayor, and defeat Bowser in the electoral process. I mean, the press would have a field day. I mean, the campaign ads that you can make. Granted, Nintendo, you'd have to do a lot of parodies so that Nintendo doesn't sue you into oblivion. But maybe I'll have to do a sketch on that. That just writes itself. But nevertheless, going to the actual comments, you have Libercat Media TM saying, quote, the Democratic Party hates America, getting 307 likes. Advertisement. Salty Goat says, quote, when it's her policies that cause the deaths, there's no way she'll look them in the eye and take responsibility. Easier to do a soundbite interview and lie. Getting 619 likes. Renata Michelle Oxstein says she doesn't care how many lives are lost due to her failed policies. Getting 191 likes. Planet of Memes gets an A+ because they responded in meme form, which, I mean, they're on a roll. Usually they respond in text only. Now, he says deep blue cities are accessible. Looks like it's the Lion King. And Simba goes, what about that shadowy place? And Mufasta says, that is a Democrat-run city. You must never go there. I got 199 likes. Which, yeah, most of them are extremely dangerous. Kind of like Chicago being the poster child of many of the policies that I believe are, the antithesis of good and morality and the Constitution, but also just seems to make the city worse and worse and unsafe and bad for business. But they'll be good next year, like the Chicago Bears. That's a joke, because no, they won't. Now, again, that did get 199 likes. Pismo says, quote, can't face it herself because she knows she's partially to blame. How horribly tragic for the father. Prayers go out to him, getting 230 likes. Let's see. Oh, it's Beetlejuice. Oh, no, wait. No. That's Lori Lightfoot. Paintless April? Sunshine says, I wish someone with a lot of reach would realize that the federal agents are actually disavowing the U.S. Constitution and pledging allegiance to the New World Order. I hope this video of former Chicago mayor admitting that what is happening. Watch. Yeah, it's 19 seconds. We'll see what she has to say.
And you pick the people that run those agencies.
Oh, why can't I?
And the deputies that are pledging allegiance to the New World Order and good governance. And then I think you have the Inspector General do some spot audits to make sure that there is real compliance.
I don't know if that's an AI. I mean, she looks real. I mean, she also looks like a comic book villain in general, so it'd be easy to fake it. Now, going down, yeah, let's see here. Yeah, same meme we seen earlier today. Let's see. That's another popular one. Jimanomics says they don't care about their peasants, getting 92 likes. Washington Ghost says they never want to see how bad things are, getting 72 likes. Another advertisement for Ted Cruz. I got 1 million views. But only 5,900 likes. All right. Let's see. Sarah Smith says, quote, what a disgrace of a human, heartless, getting 96 likes. Glenda also chimes in saying, of course not, liberals don't take accountability, getting 75 likes. Now the real question is, will people actually move out of DC or move somewhere else? Let's see. I was gonna say, I don't know if there's an appropriate way to tell you this individual's name on X Twitter. We'll say male substance producing individual. That's their profile name. And it says this was her doing FYI. And it was when they used taxpayer dollars to write Black Lives Matter in giant yellow paint, block format, text, very lazy, not good marketing. And it took up the whole streets. So it's like 1 or 3 city blocks worth in terms of lengths. And yeah, I never understood putting like political messages on streets where cars drive and people litter and it's inevitably going to get dirty. I mean, that's just, again, mentally vacuous, bad marketing. I got 5 likes, and of course it's a waste of taxpayer dollars, which I find even more, just as if not more egregious. Let's see, roll more. Ernie Grofsky says, quote, she doesn't have time for peasants, she should vote and shut up, getting 8 likes. So definitely not good PR for this particular Mayor Bowser. But, that being said, I mean, DC's been voting the same way for as long as I can know and remember. So will this actually hurt her in the polls? Kind of like Chicago. I actually don't think it'll be... She might... What? Maybe she'll lose 1 point in the polls when she comes up for re-election, if she is up for re-election. Again, if you live in DC, even if you just get a couple votes, I don't know what the cost is to like actually file and run for office. But just for the novelty, I really hope someone by the name of Mario or Luigi, someone just primaries her, just so they can have a debate. If they can make it that far, you have a debate of Mario versus Bowser. And maybe you have, I don't know anyone in the real world whose name is Peach, but again, that would be fascinating as well. But, I mean, unfortunately, it's a heartbreaking story. Family continues to lose lives, in part, I would say, of course, there's a cultural component, but also because the policies that the city is rolling out is clearly ineffective. So what would you do if you live in DC? Would you move heaven and earth to get out? Would you try to get in the office and change? As always, I would be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment, or sharing the video is a great way to give me some additional feedback, as well as help grow the channel. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.